Welcome everyone to KWA Fight Night Round 0. This is an all-new event, so let's get started. Introducing the 10 competitors that you'll be seeing competing tonight, we have Matt versus Crysis, Symenter versus Ranger Rett, Airsoft Samurai versus Union Jester. In the co-main event of the night, we have Gunnar versus SYG Sosa, and UndeadFred versus SYG's own Roosta. These matches will be important moving forward as these records will be held and pointed towards the KWA Fight Night Championship to be announced later on. Each one of these players has caught the attention of KWA and were invited to take part in this event personally. Being part of this roster means that you will see them again in the future, so if you get somebody that you like, be sure and root for them because they'll be coming back.
My name is Gunnar. I am the local snake player at Tax City, and I go by the Snake Devil. I mean, I'm aggressive, I'm coming out hard. I'm not gonna stop until I win. Killer mindset is kill or be killed. At the end of the day, you go in there, you have somebody that wants to win just as bad as you do, and you have to make sure that you're coming out on top. I don't like losing. I don't know if anybody else that's, be watching this likes losing, but the whole point is to get a dub and talk crap to the friend that you actually beat, I'm a pure snake player, man. I love pistols. I love up close and personal gameplay, and for speed and one-on-one competitions, just going right at it. So a little more confident than I should be, I feel like.
Gunny stands no chance. What I think sets me apart from the competition is, my athleticism. I put in work behind the scenes. I don't want to talk bad about guys, but I see a lot of these people and I see them on the field and they're running for 5 seconds and they're huffing and puffing, they're out of breath. 1v1 is different in the sense that it really tests your gear, your own skill set. I can't rely on anybody. The way I take in information, has to be solid. I'm gonna put a show on for them, make it entertaining, make it fun. Try to stunt on Gunny if I can.
The rules for round 1, the KWA 3-gun elimination. Both players will be able to use a rifle with a KWA Ronin T6, an SMG with a KWA KMP9, or a pistol with the KWA ATP. At the start of each round, the player can grab a weapon type of their choice and go eliminate the other player. Once one of the players are shot, the round ends and it resets. Players will not be able to pick up the same gun twice, so this forces a potential shift in the advantage of the style. First player to win twice will win round 1. Which one of these players will become the first ever Fight Night champion? Let's get started.
3, 2,
Hey, Sosa just talking all kinds of smack on the old guys, man.
Sosa's talking a lot of smack for a guy that's working on facial hair.
I do like the aspect that both of them are coming into the mindset here that they want to make this a show. They want a spectacle, which is always fun.
It's one thing to win, right? But it's another thing to win in style. And I think when someone takes that upon themselves to do that, that's an extra mile. So as a spectator, as a commentator, I can appreciate that as well.
And immediately the style of movement, you're seeing a completely different animal here.
A lot more cover-to-cover gunfighting, really tight gameplay. Nothing really sloppy here. No bum rushing.
Yeah, once again, just like there's a lot of very purposeful movement. Nothing's really wasted. And they're doing something here that, the angles that they're trying to pull off when they're peeking are much more diverse, but they're also going to be paying attention to their shadow placement, trying to stay out of the light lines, trying not to
even more so than the previous matches. You didn't see, you can almost tell sometimes when a GoPro tilts down, you can tell that the player is checking their own shadows sometimes.
I like that they're really adhering to deep corners and paying a lot more attention to the deeper corners versus what we saw in some of the previous matches where it was a little bit more like a dirty clear.
They're not posting up on the door frame. They're posting up, they're digging the corners a lot better.
And if you watch their shadow when it comes just into view of the door frame, you see that shadow head just gets shy of being visible.
Yeah, see, right? He just checked it. It's that 5D airsoft chest right there.
Obviously, Sosa having the advantage in terms of size. He is a little bit smaller in stature, able to hide behind certain barriers without crouching, without even bending at the knee.
He's an angry little sugar glider, man.
He does fit well into most overhead compartments. He's more of a check-in bag kind of guy.
A little zoom. Knowing Sosa, he's a fan of longer guns. So I think he's very comfortable using a longer rifle, but equally comfortable using smaller weapons as well. So he's very diverse in the type of weaponry he can use and what he's good at. The one time his head's not on a swivel.
Caught him off by surprise, too.
I was gonna say, it seemed like he spooked him there just a little bit.
Gunnar just stares him down towards the end of the head.
Gotta have a little bit of a healthy melding of the minds there.
Both players barely giving each other an inch to shoot at. I like the adjustments they're making too. You know, they're not just exchanging and then staying in the same spots. They're like taking a few steps back, looking for alternate cover, you know, and making those adjustments on the fly.
One thing I'm noticing from almost all these competitors is you don't see any of them using any sights or optics. Sapa, in your experience, especially when you're running a longer gun, are you just using a natural point of aim and then tracking where the shot's going to adjust from there? Or how are you usually aiming?
I mean, I think it depends, you know, like whether you have a flashlight or a tracer unit. You know, given the fact that they are using tracers here, I feel like it's kind of a point and shoot type situation, you know? Typically, I would say the majority of SpeedQB players track their BBs, whether it's a light or a tracer, because maybe they weren't in the position.
Good chase towards that on that exchange. Oh, and he gets the extra crotch shot bonus points. Round 2, the KWA Firefight. Both players will start with no magazine in their rifle. The objective will be to find the mags on the field and eliminate the other player. This game will force the game to feel more like a hunt than just an instant shootout. Once one of the players are shot, the round ends and it resets. The first player to win twice will win round 2.
You got to love the crotch shots. Now, I am a little curious as to later on in some of the other rounds of the tournament, if they're going to be allowing use of pyro at some point, because I think this would be real fun with some bangers. Just a little bit of boom.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it'd be more interesting to see more of that incorporated into certain specific styles of competitive gameplay. You know, obviously, you know, certain formats aren't geared for that, but this definitely looks like a format that would lend well to that.
There's something to be said for just clean gun skill too.
Gameplay in this match, it's definitely a level up from the previous matches. A lot more deliberate movement. You know, not too much running around, banging around.
But also, given their level of experience and how advanced they are in competition, wouldn't you also expect that from both of these two?
That's true. And the added layer of knowing each other.
Dates, we'd be talking all kinds of smack about them.
Well, like I said, it's not like they have a set play style. They have I guess kind of a skill sheet that they stick to. They don't need to try to adapt too much because they're able to fall back on just muscle memory and how they move and how they shoot and how they react to situations. Because this is all just like breathing at this point. They've done this before.
I can honestly say that Sosa is probably one of the more talented 1v1 type players in the competitive scene. You know, I've seen him in action. I played against him one-on-one with sniper rifles on a SpeedQB field before, and he got the best of me. So, yeah, he's just one of those guys that, you know, whether it's teamwork or solo play, he's a very sound, very talented player. And of course, Gunnar, you know, he's the man responsible for King of Airsoft, which is a 1v1 competition. So equally adept, you know, similar skill sets. But I think Sosa does have the experience advantage.
Not the height advantage, though, just the experience advantage.
Gunnar definitely wins the facial hair advantage as well. Real tight spot here.
Even without any optics or sights, just with judging where it's going, the accuracy on both these guys is real good. You're only seeing, inches of body parts being exposed, and they're just missing by hairs.
I don't know. There's a little bit too many clues there. Like the shadow was there, and he was pre-firing. I feel like Gunnar could have done that a little cleaner, because he saw where the BBs were coming from. Probably read the body position of Sosa based on the shadow. Maybe a little peek jump shot.
He's been my friend, so I didn't really take it that serious. But Gunny did put up a fight. He went in there, he gave it his best, so he had me on my toes. I had to make sure that I coming at him with the same energy.
Sosa is a very smart player. He's been playing for a really long time. He knows exactly how I play, and I know exactly how he plays. So we knew how to expose each other piece by piece, especially in the matches.
I think Gunny and I unintentionally had the same plan. We both went in there, we were just gonna meet each other in the middle, and that's exactly what we did. We ran in the middle, had to get the jump on each other. We had a good little firefight, and then he took the win.
I was a little bit, in the beginning said you see me slide, and I ran in and I completely grabbed Sosa's mag instead of mine. The whole idea of trying to look for my mag and then get it in my gun and then be prepared to battle it out. It was a different type of strategy type thing. It's like, where am I gonna look? How am I gonna not be exposed? Don't let anybody talk crap on anything that you're trying to do. You know what I mean? I came in this game a little late, and I came in hard. And keep that momentum all the time.
Everyone loves a good underdog story. Roosta's definitely talented. I'm kind of stepping into his realm.
I give everybody hopes, you know what I mean? But against me in a game like this, where there's only one champion, you're looking at him already.
1v1s are like the markup, that's really test myself and just see what I'm made of.
You guys come to watch, I'll give you some. I'm the person you should put your money on.
Because you can go in being as prepared as you want, but if your mindset's weak, or if you're not fully there, then you're not gonna come out on top.
Knowing me, I'm a person who just doesn't care about what you think or your opinion. So if you're gonna give me Z's, then by all means, take your nap. I'm gonna just take over. By the time you wake up, it's game over.
UndeadFred versus SYG Roosta.